Hello, viewers. You're welcome to Moment with PJ. My name is Idochukwu Queen Ihoma. I'll be your anchor for today's episode. And today we shall be talking about an interesting topic. It says tips for strengthening family bonds. We can overemphasize the importance of a family in our society today, and the coming of together of a family helps sharpen our younger generations for today. And the bonds also refers to the emotional, the psychological part of it as well. And so I have here with me today PG to help us elaborate on this tips. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me, Queen.
Sir, just like we said now about
Yes.
families, it's an important, it's very extremely important.
Mm.
It's something that's evolved
It's
from,
actually the basics for any development is the
yes, for the
family.
society for today.
Yes.
So we'll be talking about the foundation first,
Wow.
of which family bonds actually laid,
Wow.
before we now go into the tips
Okay.
properly. Okay, now I want us to talk about love.
Love.
Yes, as one of the foundations in a family.
Is it possible a father or mother doesn't love any of the child?
Um, okay, not really.
Okay.
It's not possible for a man and a woman who actually give birth to children not actually to love their children.
But there are some persons out there, they don't feel loved by their parents
Yes,
because that's why this topic is important. There
they
are
feel
persons that have this feeling of a disconnect between their parents. So that bond is in there. So what is the cause for which somebody will feel unloved even with their biological parents?
just like you said. It's
Yes.
a feel,
Mm.
not that it is not. Because
Okay.
I believe that some, especially from the man's side, they
Okay.
don't really. Some men actually, I think they do that on purpose for the children not to like our own parents, not this generation parents actually.
Okay.
You understand? I would cite an example. My own father. My father
You are
actually
scared of your father?
extremely scared of my father.
So there was no
There
bond
is,
between
you
you and your
have to
father.
be scared of my father.
Why?
Because he's huge, he's tough.
That's poor parenting.
Not poor parenting.
What
It
do
made
you
me
call
so,
that?
and I love the fact that he actually trained me like that, made me strong.
If your husband treats your children that way, would you like it?
In this modern time, the children doesn't need. They will
There's
not
no
understand it.
modern or ancient.
There is Asian, there is the modern.
If your father's personality is brought into the life of your children, would you endorse it?
And for me, I wouldn't have known till I've grown before I could
You've
be
not
able to
answered my
understand.
question.
I understand where you're coming from, sir, and I want to tell you the reason.
Because that is why this is important. You must tell parents out there that their disposition to their children can make them feel unloved. Yes, it's a feeling. No parent want to set out to make them feel that way. But there are things unconsciously we do that make our children feel disconnected. So the issue of love is very important.
Yes.
Love must be convincing in this context.
Hmm.
Parents must learn to convince their children
How will you do that?
beyond words
Beyond words. Okay.
that I love you. Yes.
In their action?
Actions. Now, when you beat a child, for example, and you beat a child in love, when you're beating a child looks into your eye as a parent to tell from which angle you are beating from, love or hate.
Are you talking about the parents of now or the time?
I don't know now or then. I wasn't there. I am now. It should be across generations. All right. And so when you discipline a child in love, a child knows. A child can tell you that why do you hate me after beating him or her. But as the way you spank that child, even though the child knows he or she is done wrong, you will accept it because deep into your eyes, they could see that you're beaten out of love.
We're talking that's what I'm talking about. We're talking about more than parents. In my own time, it wasn't like that.
Your father beats you with whip.
Whip is an under.
Is he alive? He needs to be arrested.
No, he's late actually. He actually sometimes uses wire to
To
flog
beat
us.
you.
Yes.
Are you sure? I don't know that's an abuse.
I wouldn't know if it was.
Today it's called child abuse.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That today is more than
It was child
parents.
abuse then, but no enlightenment
There
that
was
time.
no enlightenment. You understand? But we took it in good
Let
faith.
us teach this so our viewers can learn.
Yes.
Corporal punishment does not change any child. It makes them tough. Corporal punishment, give them 50 strokes, 100 strokes. It doesn't change them. No. Go and check the psychology of bringing up a child. I believe in disciplining a child. There are many forms of discipline you can met out with an every child. But to beat a child with wire, like you just said, with big whip, it doesn't change the child. It toughens and thickens that child.
Being tough and being taken, is it a bad criteria?
Very bad thing because an abused father will raise an abused child who become an abused parent when he grows up.
I am not abusive. So
Your children will tell us that, Queen. The same way you're telling your father's story. If you ask your father, he will tell you, oh, I'm a very disciplined father. I'm extremely disciplined. Until you're now saying it. So your own children, give them time. They will say, my mom, very loving. But don't go there. So you don't blow your trumpet.
Okay.
Yes.
They will help blow it for us.
Yeah, don't tell them.
Okay.
They're going to be your examiner of how far you have raised them. Yes.
I want us to really talk about this love deeply.
Okay.
You understand? Because it's actually one of the things lacking in the life of so many of all our youths today. If you see how how they possess how they show their character, their behavior, you will know that something is lacking in the life of this young person.
Okay.
Which is love for humanity at large. Because I think they learn that aspect from their immediate families before extending it to the outside world.
Okay, I don't know if you're trying to refer to their character display.
Character display in the society.
All right, for me, I believe love is discipline. There's an element of love that disciplines. The Bible tells us that he, the father, loves. That same person does what? He disciplines. So if I love my child, I should not pump up my child to spoiling. So I should be able to discipline my child commensurate with his or her age. Okay? And so my discipline to a child of 5 may not be the same for a child of 17.
Yeah, I wanted to say that should be a form of discipline.
Oh, yes. You must look at them. You see, you to analyze your child, look at their age, then determine what form of discipline is measured or meted out to them. It's very, very important. Okay. So, but when you see a character display of someone in the public, a lot of factors are in it. A lot of factors.
Okay.
A family can genuinely love their child, and because of peer pressure, that child is lost to pressure from the peers. A father or the mother can also love the child, but the environment which they found themselves can also affect. Unfortunately, in this generation where we are, where everything is now on the social media, a lot of things we cannot control, unfortunately. Okay? You are out for business, you're out to work, your children are watching television. Yes, thank God for technology. You can actually tune your television to ensure that they watch what you want them to watch. All right, yeah, there are facilities for that now. But when they have their cell phone and you download the things you expect them to watch in your absence, listen, you cannot be 100% sure. They have friends in school, they mix up the society, the music they listen to, the movie they are exposed to, even the books they read. All of these are taking our children out of our hands. And so, for me, foundation importance should be laid on concretizing their early stage of growth.
Okay.
The stages between 0 and 7 years is very, very important in a child's life. That is when a parent will instill the value, the culture, the belief in a child. So even if they are growing and they have confrontations from the outside world, they already have a foundation to check what they are listening. And so parents should pay attention to the first 7 years of their children. It's important. At that stage, they know what is right. At that stage, they know what is wrong. They know what's accepted. They just know those things. They don't believe at that age. Before they get to the society.
Okay, let's also talk about another good foundation.
Okay.
Which is trust.
Okay. Okay. Well, there are many ways to build trust in children. Okay. Now, a father, I read this somewhere. A man had this young boy, and he took this boy to a height, let's say like 5 kilometers away from the ground, 100 meters away from the ground. And the man asked the boy
I've heard of it before.
to jump. The boy said, "Daddy, I've enjoyed myself." The boy said, "That's it, but I'm here. I'm your dad. I'm going to catch you." He said, "No, Dad, I will fall. Come on, trust me. I mean, you have me. I can't allow you fall." The young boy trusted Daddy. And he leaped. On jumping, the man took off his hands and he got to the ground. Of course, the father who had planned it knew that that part of the ground wouldn't hurt the young man. When the young man stood up, said, "Daddy, why? But you promised you're going to catch me." He said, "I'm teaching something about life. That in life you don't trust everybody." Now, that can only apply to a certain stage in your life where that child is able to discern between right and wrong, left and right. We're talking about a young boy that is 3 and 4. How do you teach them trust? How do you teach them trust? Because at that point, by their mind,
that's not grown
to
that level.
So by default, they trust you. By default. So we are the one that planted this trust in them. Because they came into this world, they saw you give them suckle, They see you give them back. They see you throw them up and catch them, and they're laughing. My mom is throwing me. That's all but trust. Okay? They watch you prepare meal and call Junior, you dish their food. They trust that their food is clean with you. Every child at a formative stage don't have this trust.
Okay.
It is when they begin to grow in age, they begin to see, oh, there's another side called doubts. So parents plant doubts in their children because they all came with the ability to trust, but the tendency to distrust.
Oh.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So the issue of trust is fundamental. They came with it. And so parents should be careful how they destroy the trust. For example, I'm going out, when I'm going to get you biscuits, very careless of a woman. And I'm coming back, the young boy said, Mom, where's my biscuit? So, oh, I forgot. Sorry for you. It is registered.
Yes.
Something happened with me recently. A young, small girl of 2 years old came to see my wife, and I was listening to Christian music. I needed to make that girl dance. She refused to dance. Then I said, dance with me, Cherish. I'm going to give you chewing gum. She looked at me. That was quite enticing. She began to dance. I said, you want chewing gum? She said, yes. She was dancing, and I was videoing her. After everything, the music ended, and she said,
where's the chewing gum?
Where's the chewing gum? At that point, she trusted that I would say no after her danced. So she danced. I did have chewing gum. It was a careless statement. But I understand the psychological effect. I carried her, I went and buy her chewing gum. Why? Next time, if I say let us dance, and I'll give you sweets, even if she saw the fruit in my hand, she will say no. I have planted. So it is our actions, our inactions that instill in children this trust.
Yes.
They came with the potential of trust, but with the tendency of distrust.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Well, another vital foundation about is communication. Yes, because you see some children, they don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to talk. They don't even know the difference between talking to
children should not be expected to communicate.
Okay, parents should communicate to them.
Good. Parents should learn how to communicate to the children.
Oh, okay.
Because they communicate. From the one the child is born, the child communicates. They have the way they communicate until they get to a certain stage where they now know the conventional way of communicating.
Okay.
So when a child of 1 wants to pee, that child won't tell you I want to pee. They start giving you body movement, expecting you to decode the body movement, that they're uncomfortable. So any sensible mother who had gotten 1 or 2, this one, he or she is not comfortable. Maybe he or she had pee on his body or wants to pee. If you go and check, you will find from the truth. They are communicating.
Yes.
All right? They don't talk in what you call talk, but they give us body gesture, expecting that we understand their language.
That is why every mother should be able to. That's the first thing actually women does.
There's an instinct in women that help them communicate with their children or understand how their children communicate. Yes.
That's very true.
You understand? So parents should pay attention. I want to believe any intending mother should read books. There are good books you can read on that. Yes.
Okay.
But when they've gotten to it, and everybody can now talk like a feedback, then you can now learn how to talk to them. Because you must understand that how you talk to a 5-year-old is not the same way you talk to a 10-year-old. Again, they have this graduation marks when you are communicating.
Okay.
All right? Because there are stages. So parents also need to go and find a way to communicate. Oftentimes, I've realized the problem with communicating is foundational. Some mothers believe they must shout. Some men believe they must raise their voice. It's communicating. Sorry, it's talking but not communicating. Because until your message is grabbed, you have not communicated. So you're only just talking. You add shout to it, add beating. You've not communicated. Until your children understand what you are trying to say, you have not communicated. Like a teacher and a student. Until a student understands a topic, the teacher has not taught. Okay? So until a parent passed his information to that child, unfortunately, we cannot say he has communicated. Yes.
Okay, I will talk about the last foundation that I wrote.
Okay.
Which is forgiveness. And I draw this one out from a particular scenario that happened between 2 parents and their 2 kids. The 2 kids had issue with themselves, children. Also, there was a little fight.
Okay.
And then one beat one. The other one did not retaliate. And so the one that did not retaliate went back crying
And report.
and reported to the mother.
Okay.
The mother, in anger, came out, told the child to go to that same child that she's looking at him to go back and beat the child.
Okay.
You understand? And I was there. I was like, no, don't teach this child how to revenge. If he grows in that manner, it's not going to be good for him and to the society at large. And so I want us to also discuss this for
Okay, I don't want to take that case alone.
Okay.
I want to assume that the mother must have noticed something about that child.
Made the child that beats the other one?
No, about her own child.
Okay.
That made her say, go back, let me watch you. Now, the idea is, I do not want you to be timid, not just revengeful. I don't want you to be timid.
Okay.
Because that's how bullying starts. Yes. That's how bullying starts in schools. Okay? Yes, she may not be the right person to do that. There are better ways that could have been done. Now, because she's the one asking her child to go and beat, let me watch, it will not appear as though she's teaching the child to be vengeful. So imagine if it was a class teacher that came and said, what happened? He said, he beat me. So, okay, you carry this cane, give her one.
Okay.
Which means there is always a penalty for wrong. The one that was flogged will know, oh, when I do this, my teacher will ask someone else to give me. Okay. We won't call that being vengeful. But I think that mother, no mother will want the child to be timid, especially when they are peers age-wise.
Okay.
And so that may be the reason she did that. I want to believe. Okay. But because she's the mother, I want to, okay, you're trying to teach your child to be vengeful. Again, there are other ways to do it. What she did as a child, excuse me, was very perfect.
Okay.
When somebody hits you, go and report to an older person who should take the law further and not you. So that child must be commended for going to report. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Now we're going into the tips itself. Okay.
Right. Go ahead.
So we'll talk about set quality time. Quality time that should be spent as families.
Okay. So the hint one is to quality time, right?
Yes.
So you feel quality time will bring, no, I'm fine. You feel quality time will bring the bond between parent and child.
Of course. Spending time together, because most times parents don't have time to actually sit with their children, to talk to them, because either the two of them goes to work in the morning and also leave them in hand of a nanny or leave them in hand of a caregiver.
Okay.
You understand? So it's very important for mothers and parents to actually have quality time spent.
I rather ask parents to create time. But I don't know how we can define quality time. Okay, based on their engagements and their work schedule. Parents should create time, at least have time for their works. Don't allow your children to grow in the hands of maids and caregivers and all that. Yes. No matter how busy you are, create time to knowing your children. Okay. Create time to know how their day went. If it is school, take time to ask, can I see your book? Can I see your assignment? Have you done your assignment? Yes. So creating time means getting involved in what happened with them during the course of the day. Yes. Okay, so it's important. Parents should create time for this family time actually. Yes. If it's not within the weekend, they can just go for a short family outing where you can just crack jokes, home away from home play, just forget the usual home thing. Yes. But no matter how it is, we must create time. Because creating time helps us understand what is going on with our children. If a child is being bullied in school, you will know when they talk. Yes. If a child is doing well in arithmetic, you will know. If they're passing their languages, you will know. Yes. Because you get involved, you ask them questions. And so they'll tell you. All right. Unfortunately, because of economic situation, parents are too busy looking for money to raise the children that they might lose tomorrow to the society. Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much, sir, for this wonderful explanation to this. Dear viewers, thank you for watching. I would like to say something to you viewers. Every family is unique. Every family is actually unique. So what works for one family might not work for the other. So I urge you as families to how will I put it now, to be consistent always in strengthening your family bonds. Thank you for watching. Don't forget also to like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Shalom, in Jesus' precious name.
Amen.